Got it.
All right. Welcome back, everyone. This is the first official episode of us under Lock Talk. I think this is episode 4 since we restarted it. It's just Sterling and I today. Jordan's he's on vacation. What would you call what he's doing?
Simping.
He's simping. I wanted to say that, but I wasn't sure if I was allowed to.
Oh, Jordan's visiting his girlfriend.
His girlfriend, basketball player at, I think, University of Wyoming, right? So
yeah.
George's busy, just had a birthday, so happy birthday to George. Also, want to start off by saying go Red Sox. They're winning the World Series this year. I'm 5-0 betting on them since I started betting baseball.
Yeah, Ben's a big Red Sox fan.
Sox.
Lifer.
Yeah, always been. Been a one game my entire life. Bought this jersey for $125. So I got to find a way to wear it, and I got to bet on them. No, I'm definitely not a for lifer, but I got the jersey. I got to root for them now, and they win me money. I haven't lost betting the Red Sox, so
for life Red Sox fan. Yeah, just since he grew up, big time Red Sox guy. So
big Boston guy.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah, from Vancouver. Nice.
Yeah. Well, no, okay, so we'll not get confused. Not a Boston guy. Right now, we're both in a little bit of a bad mood because of what's going on. We're getting it's Thursday night for everyone. This comes out tomorrow. We're getting smoked. Like we're just getting smoked by everything that's happening. What's going on in your football game that we're talking about right now? That you
I had
part of the blog. So
the blog I wrote, I had my week 7 college football locks, and first pick is Navy plus 10.5, and they tied up the game. Literally tied up the game. Pick 6. Going to be 14-14. No, said the ref, because the guy, they show the replay, the defensive end for Navy gets his helmet ripped off by the offense. No flag on that. And then they flag the defensive end for participating in the play, and he didn't touch one person after it got ripped off. So
did they?
So literal cheating.
Was it what's it called? Redo the down, offsetting penalties?
It ended up being a pick 6 touchdown.
Oh, that was the play?
Yeah, on the pick 6.
Oh my! So they just that didn't happen basically. That play ended.
So the score didn't count, and they get the ball. How does that make sense? How does you take away the touchdown? They just get the ball, penalty, 10 yards out. They score another touchdown, clipping. So the refs decided that no, Navy's not tying. So that is probably not going to hit, because the whole momentum, you just ruin the whole momentum of Navy right after that. So
good news is they're only down 11, and it's just before halftime right now, right?
Yeah, but Memphis is driving again. I just right when that happened, I was like, I don't even need to watch anymore. The whole momentum's going. They're going to kill them now. So
hopefully, locker room halftime speech by the coach.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah,
if it's gonna come back, it's gonna be to start the second half. Do they get the ball? Do you know?
Yeah, they do get the ball to start the second half.
Okay. They kill clock when they have the football. Those guys just run the football like crazy and kill.
Yeah, if they backdoor, I'm looking good, but.
We do love a nice backdoor on this show.
Backdoor Ben. That was his high school nickname.
Yes, thank you. Shout out, Coach Grammy. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
I mean, I have to talk about this just because I said I was going to do it. I really regret doing this. I've bet every NHL game to start the season.
How's that going, Ben?
To put it very bluntly, I'm getting fucked. I said before, it's a bad idea to bet the NHL to start the year just because there's so much parity. It's probably the league where there's it's the closest come playoff time for teams getting into the playoffs in all the major sports. It's hard for teams to get out to huge leads in the standings. It's just the way it is. There's a lot of really good players, a lot of good teams. Obviously, there's some bottom feeding teams. But apparently that doesn't matter right now, because currently this is day 3 of my 3 days of starting betting to start the NHL season, and currently the bottom feeding teams, the team that finished last place last year, the Buffalo Sabres, got first pick overall, are missing their best player, and they are currently beating Montreal, who went to the Stanley Cup last year, 4-1. So that's what's happening there. Ottawa was a bottom 10 team in the NHL last season. They are currently beating the Toronto Maple Leafs, who have made the playoffs every year for the last 5 years. 3-0 end of the second period. And the Detroit Red Wings are currently up 3-1 versus Tampa Bay, who has won the Stanley Cup back-to-back years, and they are up 3-1. So I don't even know what to say. Like, how is this happening? I don't understand. I keep saying to Sterling, I said I'm not going to bet the NHL till the midseason. That's just not true. I'm going to do it anyway. I'm sure as hell I'm not going to be betting every game like this anymore. I went 0 for 5 yesterday. It was terrible. I'm usually quite good at betting the NHL. We're going to retract that statement until things get a little bit better, because it has been just awful. Our betting has not been. We started off so well, and just the last week and a half has been tough.
Yeah, it's been ridiculous. It's just one thing after another. Remember, if you watched last week's episode, I was so high on Temple covering at Cincinnati, and they were doing good, staying in the game. It's 10-3, or no, 3-3, 3-0 to start the game. Excuse me.
Yep.
All over the board here. Week ago.
Frazzle.
3-0 to start the game. They're returning, but they get a stop. Defense stuffs. Let's go. Defense stuffs Cincinnati, and they punt, and they muff the punt on their own 5-yard line, go down 10-0. Not only that, 10-3, another muff punt, same guy, get the ball, score. So they're down 17-3, and then it's just a big momentum shift again, just like the game I was just talking about. Just stuff like that's just been happening. It's just been unreal. 2 muff punts, but one guy put 14 points on the board for Cincinnati, and then the momentum's just gone. It's one guy screwing your whole team. I mean, it's hard to come back from that. And then tonight, Navy's probably not going to cover. Hope they do, but no, I don't see it happening when momentum shifts like that because of stuff that shouldn't happen. But hey, highs and lows.
Way she goes in betting, and man, the highs. It's too bad because the highs never feel that high. You win, you're like, all right, this is good. Unless you win like some huge parlay, you win $10,000. But the lows, damn, it sucks, dude. Like. It makes me frustrated. I'm sure it makes you frustrated.
Yeah. I mean, over the weekend, I was just 50% every day, 3 days straight, 50%. But, no losing days during the week or during the weekend. So that was good. But no, we're bounce back week, baby.
It is a bounce back week. I feel better about this week for sure. We'll just run over quickly some games from last week, starting with, who did we start with? Who did we start betting together? Did we both have the Houston Tulane game?
Well, let's start 9 a.m. games. Let's Michigan State. I think we all had over Rutgers.
Yes, we did. That was a little sketchy to start.
Down 10-3.
Yep. But they came back.
Oh, here we go.
Covered handily. I know. But came back covered handily. Michigan State's legit. They look pretty good.
Yeah.
That game versus Michigan's going to be fun.
One of my picks this week. You'll see later in the show. But have them again.
Push the riding button. Me too. Let's go.
We might ride. I don't know why they're still undervalued. They look legit. They have a star back, but no, Rutgers is a phony. It looks like. I mean, they got off to a 3-0 start, and then they covered in the Big House in their 4th game, only lost by a touchdown.
Haven't done anything since.
And they just went through the toughest part of their schedule. So I don't think they were going to win any of those games, but they look like Rutgers again if you're watching.
Yeah. Yes, they do.
And I don't know if I know you have something to say about this team.
Which one?
Boise State won by 9 when we bet against them.
Unbelievable. Like,
what list were they on again last week?
Oh, they're on the shit list. They're still on the shit list. Fuck them.
And then they decided to play.
Unbelievable. I don't know why. They played terrible last 2 weeks. Last 2 times I bet on them. They played terrible. This week they come out and they're flying around. It makes no sense.
Yeah. And BYU's moving the ball the whole game. 3 fumbles, lost.
Just blowing it. They're just blowing it. It doesn't make any sense. I don't understand what they were doing. I don't know why Boise State hates us, because we all, wasn't that a rider? I'm pretty sure we tweeted that one out.
Yeah, no, the Boise State or BYU. Yeah, those are riders. Yeah. And then Boise State was one of our riders a week before. We can't figure that team out.
No,
stay away from them. That's what I
want to bet against them again this week, but I'm not touching it.
I don't like them.
So they're number 1 on the shit list.
Grant, figure your team out if you watch this.
Rubes, by the way, spoke to Rubes today. We're getting him on. He wants to come. And then next weekend, your boy Cam's coming on. Cam's got a cool. We'll tease it. Cam's got a cool little thing he's done here for betting. So definitely get on the next week and check it out, because Cam's he's an IT guy. So
check out next week's smart the model.
Yeah, it's gonna be
see how it does this weekend. Maybe we won't bring him on.
It did well last weekend, right? He did do well.
If it does bad this weekend, hey,
he's out. Sorry, Cam, no spot.
Sorry, bud.
Sorry,
keep working on it.
What else? What other 9 a.m.s do we have? That might be it for the early games.
That we all bet on. I mean, I was 2-0 to start. And
Did you
I had
bet
over.
on the Oklahoma game?
No, I stayed away from it.
You stayed away.
I would
That
have took
game,
I would have took Texas though, so I was
I
would have been
did. But I
feeling good and
teased
then
it.
feeling
I
really bad.
teased it. So we're okay. I still hit my teaser with that because I took Texas. I teased it with over 57.5. That obviously hit. Game was nuts. And I got Texas plus 9.5. So I thought I was in the clear. Bye bye, Mr. Rattler. What's it? Was his name Williams? Caleb Williams? Is that his name?
Yeah, Caleb Williams. Yeah, Caleb Williams came in and just lit it up.
500 yards, 5 touchdowns. Are you kidding me?
That's the funniest part about Oklahoma. It's like, oh, their backup quarterback came in. Oh, well, he was the number 1 quarterback in the nation, 5-star recruit. So it's like,
yep.
Oh, their backup's another 5-star.
It was funny because the announcers were like, oh, yeah, he's more of a dual threat. He doesn't throw the ball super well, not as well as Rattler. And it's like, okay, well, this guy just came in through over 500 yards, 5 touchdowns and brought them back. Obviously, he's pretty damn good.
Yeah, really good.
Spencer Rattler, that guy, I mean,
it must be a confidence thing. And he has all the tools. If you watch him play, he's literally legit. Looks the part, has the active arm. It's got to be up here. I don't know.
Something's up.
He has everything around him. You saw Caleb Williams come in and just mow. So
shades of Jackson Dart performance right
and
there.
And then I wrote about this week too. Lincoln Riley, the head coach, shut down media yesterday, or would be Wednesday now. Shut it down Wednesday because some student reporters saw from a public building that Caleb Williams was taking first team reps and Rattler was rolling with the 2s.
Really? Why is that a surprise though? Of course that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, but they don't want. It's got to be.
I guess you can try and keep the other team. Yeah,
they didn't tell anyone that. You don't.
Fair enough.
Now the other team's preparing for Williams.
Right. I mean, if I was the other team, you better be preparing. If you bench your guy that did that after, that'd be tough. So, but yes, now they get confirmation, makes it a little bit easier. Who do they play this week? I'm not. Oh, they play TCU, don't they?
Let's see. I think
they play TCU. I didn't touch it.
I didn't touch it.
They touched the over. I know because
I saw that name and ran away because I don't know what's going on there. Now tough. I do, thanks to the students, but they're playing TCU at home.
Is Caleb Williams that a flash in the pan? Probably not, but you never know. You never know. Yeah. That might be in a game to bet the over.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe so. He could just now they got a week to prepare. Now they know it's him. So that's why there's too much uncertainty. I don't think TCU is that good anyway, but Oklahoma can barely cover. That was their first game they covered all year, I think, last week. Yeah. And it was like they had to come back and it was crazy stuff.
Not a cover team, really. I don't know why. For some
reason. The Red River rivalry. So
that was a great game to watch, though.
Those games are always nuts. And I wrote about that too. I said, why couldn't Gus Johnson be on this call? That would have been nuts.
The best. He's so good.
He might have not made it out though. Might have had
right. Oh yeah. I know. He'd go nuts, dude. He would have been going crazy. While you talk about the blog, check out the blog, locktalksports.com. It's in our Twitter bio at locktalksports. Got a bunch of blogs coming out. We've been pumping out content. We've been doing a pretty good job. I toot you guys' horn. You guys have been doing well, and it's looking good.
Yep.
Trying to think what other games we had. I'm trying to forget this weekend. Oh, we had the over in the TCU Texas Tech game. Obviously, that hit.
Oh, that was a lock.
No problem. Yeah, 52-31 final score.
We hit with 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. Easy.
Yeah, easy. I had Michigan again, money line. They won the game against Nebraska. I don't know if you guys bet this game, but we should probably talk about it because Alabama lost Texas A&M. That was interesting, I had Bama 18. I sure did. I won't be having them again. Texas A&M's not that good of a football team. They really aren't. I'm not sure what totally went down there.
Night game at Kyle Field. I was like,
that's a bad idea.
Did you see the crowd? Did you watch it?
Oh yeah, they're nuts. Oh yeah.
I was like, I'm not going to touch them, but that
was in my when we did the trivia or what? Not the trivia. My GOAT week one of my atmospheres was Kyle Field, and then I decided that was a good idea to bet Alabama minus 18 against them. But they haven't been good. Texas A&M's been bad.
Well, yeah, I was surprised. I was really surprised that Ole Miss wasn't able to really move the ball against Bama, and then Texas A&M, whose offenses looked terrible.
I know, terrible. They were able. They destroyed them. They put up 41 points against that defense.
Doesn't make any sense.
No. What else? Do we have anything else together? Did you have?
We had Oregon State, I think. Did you have that?
Yep. I'm looking at it right now. Yep.
Yeah, they gave up 27 in the second half.
27-31 in the second half.
28 in the second half, I think. Yeah, it was like 7-3 at halftime.
I don't understand what's going on in the Pac-12. It doesn't make like these are some of the worst beats I've ever seen. Some of these, it's just terrible. Like just
It's just
terrible.
terrible.
And then
Yeah.
Wake Forest lost or won in overtime against Syracuse. Did you bet Wake Forest? I know you're a Wake Forest guy. You bet them before.
Yeah, -6.5. And
Yep, won by 3
if
in
you
overtime
watch
against Syracuse.
if you watch they get a fumble with them 2 minutes to go in the game. And I'm like, oh, we won. And they just run up the middle twice and have an incomplete pass. So Syracuse gets the ball back and just drives right down the field and sends it to OT. They would have covered. They're up 7.
Bad beat after bad beat.
It's just unbelievable.
Unbelievable. One I will put my hand up and say my bad on. You guys told me not to do it last week. Bad idea. Obviously a bad idea. The under on the Arkansas Ole Miss game.
Yeah.
Under was 66.
Hey, we tried to warn you.
You did. Under was 66.5. They scored 103 points. So, yeah.
Hey, Jordan and I sent out the warning on that.
You did, and yeah, I did not listen, and it was I fully regret that.
And then one more bad one to end the night. Another bad beat. We threw out the parlay on the Twitter.
Oh yeah.
Memphis +3 and over 60. The over hit. And Memphis field goal kicker, 2 missed field goals.
Unbelievable.
They're driving at the end of the game to win it or win the game, and they're on the opposing team's 30-yard line, Tulsa's 30-yard line, and the quarterback throws it right to the linebacker.
I've never we have to have a bounce back week after all those terrible bad beats. We have to have a bounce back week. Like I don't understand how we couldn't.
No. Yeah. But anyway, today probably no trivia because there's 2 guys. And,
yeah.
And no goat.
We're just gonna shoot the shit and hang out and talk sports and see what comes of it. And because we're keeping score on that kind of stuff. So we want to keep Jordan included, obviously, in that.
After his little vacay, we'll go back to that.
Yeah, exactly. Next week when we record, will we be together? I don't know.
No,
because I guess we're gonna have to record before, right? Because you get here on Wednesday.
Oh, you and I, we could do it.
I'm just trying. We got the guy on Thursday. I don't. Maybe recording on Tuesday or maybe late Wednesday.
Maybe late Wednesday.
Yeah, we'll see what works with Jordan. But we might be together. So we'll see about that. Moving on to NFL from last week, just wrap it up quickly. Not a great week for me in any sport, honestly. Trying to find where to even start with this. I guess we'll start with my teaser with the Seahawks and Rams on Thursday night. Your Rams won the game. I guess it's the first time we've talked since your Rams won the game. What'd you think about that? That was a nice win they had.
We recorded right after that game.
Did we?
Yeah, we talked about it last week.
Oh yeah, you're right. That was only about. How are you feeling still? Feeling good?
Yeah, a week off and get the guys healthy. We have our second best corner, Darius Williams, on IR now, though. So
that's too bad.
But it's the perfect time to be on IR. We have the Giants. We have Jacksonville.
Oh, you got the Mickey Mouse schedule.
Giants, Lions, Jacksonville are our next 3.
Oh, that's a good time to be on IR.
We just played 4 playoff teams and the Cardinals, who are going to be a playoff team. We just had 5 tough games, so it's good to have.
And you're 4-1, so that's a hell of a start to the year.
Yeah, now we got the Mickey Mouse portion of the schedule. So
there you go. You guys earned it.
I'm missing the game though versus Jared Goff's homecoming. He's coming back.
You'll be here.
I'll be in Phoenix.
You'll be here. All right. Quickly, first game I want to mention this one because you made good notes on this was Atlanta -3 over across the pond in London. You were right. The vets, who've done it before, who've probably didn't go out partying in London. I don't think any of the Jets probably did, but just a big difference playing in another whole other side of the world. 1 by 7, covered -3 easy. You were right. That was a good bet. What'd you think on that one?
Yeah, I just went with my gut there. I mean, you got Zach Wilson coming off his first win. He's going to probably struggle. He did struggle.
Yep. You
have, how long, 13, 14-year vet, Matt Ryan. He's going to be a little calmer in a different environment. And he played better. Atlanta played better. Jets are still a young team and they got a lot to figure out. I don't know. I think Salah's a good coach, but I mean, they're young. You got a rookie quarterback who's been up and down. So
Right. Yep.
no way I
Yeah.
was touching the Jets. And I figured Atlanta would do enough to win, and they did.
Absolutely. I'll just touch on my money line parlay that I do every week. The Raiders totally screwed it. Everyone else won. I had Baltimore money line, they won. Dallas money line, they won. Green Bay money line, they won. What a kicking game that was, hey? Oh my, no one wanted to win that game. Neither of the kickers did.
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
That was nuts.
Miss after, what was it, 4 in a row?
I think it was 4 in a row. Mason Crosby, that never happens. Like, what are we doing?
No, he still hit 3 field goals in the game too.
I know.
He was 2 for 2 before he missed like 3 straight. Or 2 straight.
So that was nuts, but they won. Tennessee won, and then Las Vegas, who we will stop and talk about here for a second, lost 20-9. That's not the biggest Vegas news, obviously. Gruden out as head coach. Delicate subject. Initial thoughts. What do you think?
Yeah, it's crazy. First off, I mean, it's sad that what happened. I mean, no matter what, I mean, it's a long time ago, but guy's still in his 40s.
Use that language. Can't use that language. It wasn't like he was 18 when he signed it,
Especially in the position he's in. He's always been in the spotlight. He was part of ESPN, which ESPN's tiptoeing around. He was an employee.
ESPN's
all those
always
emails.
tiptoeing around that kind of stuff. Always.
Yeah, you haven't seen much from them.
They always call out Barstool and things like that, but they have their employees. They have problems. They always tiptoe around it.
He was one of the highest paid employees. He was like the head Monday night guy. They paid him,
and he was good. He was good, but
he was really good.
Do that.
No, it's sad. I mean, especially in a position of a leadership position, spotlight position, former coach, and then after he said all the things, a coach again. It's just bad look. And I get it how they had to get rid of him, but I don't understand. I really don't understand. The investigation was on the football team.
It's about Washington.
The Redskins, right?
Yeah.
That's what the investigation was on.
Yeah.
Obviously, the football team now. And Gruden goes down.
I know. I still don't totally understand that.
So, and the NFL, they're tricky. They're hiding something. So there's obviously something way worse. They need to look for a scapegoat. And it's an owner's league. The owners run the league.
They sure do. Well said. The first thing that came out, I didn't think was too bad. Just the first thing they were talking about the guy's mouth or the lips or whatever. That comment was like, yeah, it's probably not great, but I didn't think it was anything that you wouldn't be fired over that. The other things, you just can't be saying those words, and especially.
And they were going to keep leaking. They have more too. They were going to keep leaking.
It wasn't going to get any better. He's got Carl Nassib on the team who is gay, and you can't be slinging around those words, especially when you have a player like that. And obviously you're right, it was 10 years ago, but that's just an awkward situation. That doesn't need to be it's just no reason. You shouldn't be doing that. It's a professional setting. Like, I can't ever imagine saying those words in professional emails. It really, it's just not. You just can't say it.
And you can't coach a team after that. How are you gonna lead men and control a locker room? And there's just no way.
It's too bad. It's too bad. I thought it's funny. It's not funny, but it's interesting because all the players, they talk about today. I saw Waller, saw Carr, and they all talk about how much they love the coach.
Yeah.
And they didn't think that was something he would do. It's too bad. Carr said it well. Hate the sin, love the man. Love the guy, great coach, but hate the sin. I think that's.
Did you see Staley's press conference today? Chargers coach.
I did not.
Oh, take a look at that, and anyone watching, take a look at that. That's
good one.
It's probably the best one I've seen. It's got like 60,000 likes on Twitter from the Chargers Twitter. They posted his press conference on what he thinks of it. And I watched it and I was like, gosh, why can't the Rams still have him?
Yeah, he's a
so
good coach.
He's awesome.
He's a good coach.
Yeah. Yep. So anyway, I think so. Our locks went 1-2 on Sunday.
Tough day.
And I don't want to keep harping on this, but another 2 bad beats on the loss. And I'm not going to say that for every pick. I would.
No, we haven't really said that a lot this year.
If we lose picks, I'd rather lose by a lot. Not the way
you get smoked. And you're like what? Hand up. Under game I took terrible. Bad.
If we lose, I want to come here and be like, oh, yeah, I'm sorry, bad. But they're not. It's just like, no.
That didn't happen
So
this weekend.
Carolina and Tennessee were our
Oh,
morning ones. Tennessee covered easy. It was an easy game. I don't know how it was only -4 at Jacksonville. Jacksonville is a mess. You heard the Urban Meyer drama. You knew it was just going to be a mess, and it was a mess. Tennessee killed them. Anyway, Carolina's up 15-3.
Yep.
And they score 3 more points and lose 21-18.
We got like vintage Sam Darnold.
I told someone this too. The turning point of that game is they're up 15-3 or they're up 12. No, gosh, I'm messing up. 13-3. They're up 13-3. Hurts his head. The center snaps the ball over Hurts his head.
Yep.
2 Carolina guys have a chance to jump on for a touchdown, and somehow squirts out the end of the back of the end zone into safety.
Yep.
If they lose, mark that down. And
yep. Sure enough, Darnold came through picks, and they just looked bad. It was weird. They haven't looked bad like
Darnold.
that.
Darnold looked like Darnold again. It was off.
I know. I didn't like that.
Yeah.
That was a tough one. The other beat we had. What was the other one? I can't even remember.
San Francisco and Arizona was another lock.
Oh my! Trey Lance, extend the damn ball on the goal line, dude. All you do is do this. Jump over the pylon.
Trey Lance just put the ball on the pylon. Why are you trying to run into a guy?
I have no idea. That play made no sense. It made no sense when I watched it live. I didn't think it was as bad when I watched it live. Then you sent me that tweet, the Twitter.
It's awful.
He's
6'4".
the guy to the outside, and he just
6'3" or
football.
something. It's terrible.
No sense. Made no sense. So we lost the game on the goal line there. So that's just another great one. Brutal. Thankfully, did you tease the Bills as well? The over in Buffalo plus 8.5.
I teased.
Did you bet the Buffalo Kansas City game?
No, I didn't. I actually didn't do that. Nope. I should have though.
So I got that one.
That was easy.
I had them. That was a good one. Thankfully, again, the primetime games I've done pretty well. And then I teased the Baltimore and Indianapolis game and got both of those as well. That was another crazy game. Oh, and then to end off the weekend of bad beats on a Monday night, Lamar Jackson, they're down. They come back. I had the teaser, Indianapolis plus 13 and over 40. So that hit pretty quickly in the second half once the team started scoring.
Oh, this is lovely.
I didn't actually post this one on. I forgot to post it on the app Action. But I had a parlay of those two and Lamar Jackson over 62.5 rushing yards. And then I also just single bet Lamar Jackson 62.5 rushing yards. He finished with 62 fucking rushing yards. He missed it by 0.5. I would have won like $250 on a $3 parlay. That was just a joke because I didn't think either of those were going to hit. And then I would have won another single bet, and he was half a yard short. So if you want to talk about a weekend of bad beats, like way to absolutely cap that thing off because just unacceptable. It's unbelievable.
Just rubbed it in your face too.
Yeah, it was awesome. Thank God that weekend. Actually, Sterling.
What?
You had a good time. Football Sunday, good football Sunday. Went out a little bit, had a good time at the bars.
Yeah, I mean, what's better? You go out, watch it with a bunch of football fans. The bar I was at was with a bunch of Brady fans, and they're watching the Red Sox game too. It was nuts. I don't know. A bunch of Massachusetts people moved to San Diego apparently because they knew everyone too. I was like,
that's funny.
I know a Red Sox fan. He just became one 2 months ago, but no one.
That's funny. No, if you guys ever get a chance to go, Sterling was in San Diego, Pacific Beach, great spot to go hang out, watch games, and
I usually don't do that though. It was the first time.
No,
it's fun.
Yeah, it's
fun. A lot of fun.
People hang out. Good time.
Yeah, I mean, it's just good to see people and watch it with fellow football fans, right?
Absolutely. Hey, nothing better than watching it with fellow football fans. Moving on. I think that wraps up our weekend.
Yeah.
Any other notes from the weekend, Mr. Summers?
No, that's all I want to talk about for that weekend. I've had enough of looking at that.
We're moving on. We're going to be better this week. Besides the hockey picks, don't we're not including those. Let's take a quick look. Oh, yep. Tampa Bay is only down 1 now. Live update. Tampa Bay's I took the over in that game. It was 5.5, 7 goals already. So good start there. Let's get into this weekend. I guess we're not doing any of the segments or anything, so we might as well just hop in.
We'll start with college. Tonight I had Navy You're going to be seeing this tomorrow. So
By the way, before we do this, we haven't talked about bets yet this week. So whatever we're riding on is totally like natural here because we haven't talked about it yet. So whatever we're in agreement on, we're riding because we haven't talked about it. So go ahead.
That's right. That is right. Yep. Thursday night game, Navy, they're down 18 at halftime. So bad, but we already went through that. And it's just really unfortunate how the refs take 2 touchdowns off the board already. So that is all I want to say about that, Benjamin. Friday night, tonight's game, San Diego State at San Jose State. This line has moved since I got at 7.5. I'd take it up to 9.5, 10. I'd still take it. I think it's going to be a blowout. San Diego State is rolling right now, 24th in the nation. And San Jose State, on the other hand, they can't move the ball. Their offense has just been horrible. If you go look at their stats, go look at their scores. There's nothing that scares you about San Jose State. And San Diego State's defense, on the other hand, has been really good, only giving up 30 once this whole year. And it's to Utah, who's they're coming on right now too. They're figuring it out, but it's a Pac-12 team. And
have you ever been to a San Diego State game living there?
No.
Where do they play?
Well, Qualcomm just got torn down, so they're playing in Carson, where the Galaxy played. They have to drive 2 hours to their games.
That sucks.
Well, that's where they played last week.
Are they? They're building a stadium though, aren't they? Or something's happening? They can't be.
Yep. They're building it where Qualcomm was.
Gotcha.
So,
okay.
That's where they'll play. Where they'll play. It'll be a smaller stadium, but new, nice, and their own. So good for them. And then Michigan State next game. Michigan State -4.5 at Indiana. Michigan State wasn't even projected to be good this year, and they're surprising everyone. They're still undervalued. I thought they'd be, favored by a touchdown this game, but they're not. It's only 4.5. Line may have moved by now, but I got it at 4.5. And I really just love watching Kenneth Walker, the third run. That guy is a stud. Transfer from Wake, I think. He's a backup there. I was like, how is this guy a backup? He's a legitimate star. Hoosiers can't trust their quarterback. I don't like their quarterback. Indiana's quarterback is, turnover prone. Their defense has given up nearly 5 yards per carry the last 2 games. So really like Michigan State rolling. They're going to be able to run. And now they can throw the ball deep too. If you watched last week, their receiver, 3 catches, 3 touchdowns, 208 yards in the first half. They have a deep game now. When they get the running game going, it just opens everything up. So I like that.
Agreed. I am on you with that one, by the way.
Pause.
Yep. I am. Wow. I just about said another bad one. I am going to be riding that pick.
There you go, bud.
I like that pick.
There you go.
I will be riding with you on that pick.
Nice. Good clarification.
Yes, we have had some words that do not come out the way we want them to in the past couple weeks.
Hey, English is hard.
It is hard, especially when you're frazzled because all your bets are losing.
All right, Rutgers at Northwestern. This is going to sound like an interesting pick. Okay, it's basically a pick on Northwestern is +2 at home, and they just got killed 2 weeks ago. They've had a bye week. They got killed by Nebraska 56-7 2 weeks ago. But I don't buy Rutgers. I don't care if they played close at the Big House, started 3-0. They're a fraud. Okay, 3-0 start covering at the Big House. 82% of the public has Rutgers covering here -2. So I'm going to stick with Vegas, and I'm taking Northwestern off a bye week. Rutgers just played the 3 hardest games of their schedule. They're going to be, sore, beat up. Not much to play for. They're going through a losing spell. So I don't think spirits are going to be high for them. Going on the road again at Northwestern. And I think Northwestern just gets it done here. I still took the 2 points just in case something crazy happens. I can't trust a money line to save my life nowadays with all the way our bets have been going, as you know. So Florida at LSU. Another one that's probably not going to be popular, but LSU's injury riddled. Coach O's on the hot seat, and
I'm on this one with you, by the way. This is actually, we did talk about this before the show. This is the one we did talk about, but I like this. I do like this.
Yeah. A lot of people, everything points to Florida. Okay. But if you're getting 11 points at home in Death Valley, it's not just another home game. It's Death Valley. Yes, it's a day game. That's not a great thing for them, but Florida's last home game or last away game as a favorite was at Kentucky. They were favored by 6, lost by 7. That's a 13-point swing. I just don't think they're rolling into Death Valley and just killing them. I think it's going to be a close game. I think Florida will pull it out at the end, but I don't think it's going to be a blowout. LSU plus 11 in Death Valley. Book that. All right. Ball State at Eastern Michigan. Ball State minus 1.5. I was not on Ball State at all this year. Somehow they've been double-digit underdogs the past 2 weeks, and they've won both games by double digits.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
2 20-point swings. They've won both games by double digits. They beat Army. And because I was not with them, I was rolling with Army. I thought Army was really good, but apparently Ball State has just been mowing, especially in the month of October. They have been going. And then Eastern Michigan on the other side went into their month of October. Not so much. Can't run the ball. 44 yards per game. 44 and a half running the ball, and even worse, 1.56 yards per carry. So they're running it, and it's not.
Oh my!
Yeah.
Is it their offensive line, or they just have no running backs, or mix?
They can't even get 2 yards per carry. So I'm going to take
atrocious.
Ball State. Ball State's got confidence. They're on the uptrend, and Eastern Michigan barely has been. They're 4-2, but they've barely been able to win their games. They won 13-12 last week. Got outgained by 130 yards. I don't know how they won. But yeah, I like Ball State.
I'm writing this down because I will be adding this. We're going to have a couple riders this weekend. I'm on Michigan State too, obviously. Ball State. All right. You convinced me.
Sick. Ring the bell.
Hopefully it's a better riding weekend. I need to get a riding bell.
Yeah, we need to get something cool for that. Like a button, bell, alarm.
Like that was easy buttons, like the Staples, but something that just says like, rider alert.
Yeah, no sus sentences though from you, so that's good.
I was picking my words carefully right there. Dancing around.
All right, Rico Bosco, UAB at USM minus 16. A lot of points to cover there on the road, but I really think it should be a 3 touchdown cover. It should be minus 21. UAB is going to maybe shut them out. I don't buy anything USM is giving me. UAB is, on the other hand, look really good. The only blemish that I didn't bet them on this week, but Liberty really gave them fits, but they got a top 10 potential pick in Malik Willis. So I'm not going to count that game. Their defense has been pretty solid, and they run the heck out of the ball. Same thing, really. When they play teams where they're favored by 4 or more points, they control the run game. I like looking at that run game. You're going to win a lot of games and shut people out when you control the run game. When they play really bad teams, that when they're favored, the team they go against only averages 2.7 yards per carry. I like UAB to win, and I think they're going to shut it out early. It might be 31-0 at halftime. I really do. Final one. I'll have 8 here, and then I'll go into my leans. It's really just off my blog, so if you read that, thank you. Miami at North Carolina over 62.5. Both teams up and down all year. I mean, Sam Howell projected Heisman in the running preseason. He's had a really up and down year. Had a bad week last week for Florida State. Florida State had the upset up. I said Florida State stinks last week.
They do. That was ridiculous.
And they beat them by 11. So I think they have a nice. They come home again. Bounce back week. Miami's defense is not good in my opinion. And they do have a backup quarterback, I believe. But Sam Howell put up 62 points on this team himself last year. I remember watching the game. He's just picking apart this Miami defense. Obviously, Diami Brown, he's gone. Their speed threat. But Sam Howell's seen this defense. He's put 62 on him before. And he has to have a bounce back week. He had a bad week last week. He comes back home. And I think he's going to have a really huge game here. And Miami's going to do enough. North Carolina's defense has been up and down all year. Held Duke to 7 and then gives up 35 to Florida State. I don't know what I'm getting with them. Miami hasn't played a game since September 30th. They've had 2 weeks off somehow. Or not 2 weeks off, but just over 2 weeks off. So they've had time to prepare for this North Carolina defense as well. So I think they're going to find some holes there. But I like the over. I think Sam Howell has a huge day. Miami is just so up and down.
Bud.
Yeah, you're not right. I know.
Each other. We're going against each other.
Yeah, go ahead.
It usually works out well for me. That usually works out.
The tides are turning, bud.
Well, they might. We'll see. For me, just a quick comment on that one. Anytime you get a backup QB in college, it's a question mark. Is he good? I don't know. He might score, he might score a lot. He might have 5 picks. UNC's
Pick
defense.
sixes.
Yeah, hopefully not. UNC's defense can be good. They've shown that they can be good. Miami's backup QB, I take the under unless his name's Jackson Dart.
Well, the thing I thought about that too, but how much were you getting with Tyrek King? He looked awful.
So what does that say about his backup?
Well, Tyrek King had a huge year last year. He had a bunch of hype. He was one of him and Hal both were in the conversation for Heisman.
Yeah,
But they both underperformed.
They both
this
have
year.
not been very good this year. No.
Yeah.
So,
but no team.
I have no idea who the backup is. Just it's not like I've done my research. I don't know. Maybe the backup's a stud. I don't know, but
who knows?
I just seeing his performance and he's been long. It's been enough games now to show that he's just off this year. They could have replaced him if they wanted to. Obviously, there's not a ton of confidence in the backup. He's not something like up and coming stud like a Jackson Dart would be. We'll see. It could go either way. I don't think this game is close to 63. I think it's either like a 50, 40 point game, or it's just going to be an all out score fest. So
yeah, we'll see. Up and down years. I think they're both 3-3. So I don't think there's much to play for. Could go back and forth. I'll roll through these real quick. I have 4 money line leans. I'll probably by Saturday I'll sprinkle some. Not a full.
Once the beers get flowing, it's like, oh yeah, the leans.
Yeah, throw it on.
Yeah.
It's watching football. Washington State plus 105, Boston College plus 135 versus NC State. They're at home. I think Boston College wins that. Definitely putting some on that. UCLA, probably not going to bet it because I don't like them.
Do it because I bet them.
But money line plus 105 at Washington. Washington stinks.
Washington stinks. Thank you. Let's go. You need to bet that one. That's going to be our big time. I'm going to put a unit on that shit.
Oh, okay. Let's go. Let's roll. Go Bruins, eh?
Go Bruins.
And then finally, Wyoming screwed me last week, but plus 145 at home, I believe. I think they're going to win that. So there you have it.
There you go.
And my luck is turning. Navy just got it back to an 11-point game.
Okay. What's the cover? 13?
11.
Praying
for a push.
While you were doing that, got news in that the Toronto goalie has left the game. So another team that I bet against, goalie got hurt. So that was awesome. Glad I got that. Okay, my bets for the weekend. First one, I have the under in the Auburn-Arkansas game. I don't believe in either of their offenses. I know Auburn can score, but Bo Nix, I was praising him last week for that crazy play. He's not a good quarterback. He's not a good quarterback. He's not good. He's not. Arkansas, they've put up points against teams that are not very good, and then they come up against the good teams, and they've really struggled. They've struggled to score points. Their offense hasn't been that good. I think this is a low-scoring game. I think it's a 24-20 game. The under is set at 54.5, so I like the under there. Like I said, I'm riding with Sterling on the LSU game. Excited about that. Death Valley is a tough place to play. 11 points at home. LSU is not a bad team. They're not a great team. I think they keep it close enough. I think it's going to be 10 points or less. I like the line at 11. Today when I bet it, I was at 10.5. I bought the point or half point to 11. Another rider, Michigan State, like you said, minus 4.5.
Oh, where's my bell?
Where's the button? Ring the bell. We actually need to get that. Like that a lot. I have the under in the Miami-Ohio game. 2 offenses that are kind of meh. It's under 51. Slow play, a lot of run, a lot of quick pass. I think it's a very low scoring game. I don't expect more than honestly, not really more than 17 to 20 points per team there.
Who they play?
I'm trying to remember who. I don't even remember when I've been.
It's
just AKR. I've never heard of AKR, and their logo.
Akron?
The Akron.
Zips.
Yeah, that's who it is. Because when I bet them, I was like, oh, I'm betting against Bob Metairie because the Zips. They are not good. They're a bad team. A lot of running. It's not going to be a high scoring game. Now that I say that, they're probably going to throw for 400 yards, but I think that under is safe. Like I said, I have the under in the game that we're going against each other, so that'll be a fun one. We have riders and anti-riders. This one, I don't know. This is probably a terrible idea. I've bet against top teams before with the point spread, and it has not gone well. I'm going to continue to do that, apparently. And we're going with Kentucky plus 22.5 at Georgia. Georgia's good. Good team. Kentucky is underrated. They have looked really good. They have played good football.
They smacked around Florida.
They smacked around Florida. And Florida's not a bad
6-point
team.
dogs at home.
Look, Georgia's legit. Don't get me wrong. Georgia's legit. Kentucky has a solid defense, probably the best defense Georgia's played. Will that matter? We'll see. Kentucky has a good offensive line, one of the best in the country. Going to give them time. Maybe they can create some holes. They're going to run the football for sure. Run the clock. Maybe bet the under. Maybe it's an under game. But 22.5 is a big line. Georgia's a good team, but Kentucky's not so bad themselves. I like them there. Somehow I bet on this team every week. Usually they've done, I think I'm 2-1 against or with them, or they're 3-1. BYU plus 6.5 at Baylor. I don't know why BYU is such an underdog. They're a ranked team. This is a value play to me. Baylor, they're okay. Nothing special, I don't think. I think BYU wins this game. BYU struggled. They've had some bad plays. They shoot themselves in the foot a lot. But 6.5, I think they cover. I think they win. Take the points to be safe because they are away.
So rolling with BYU again, huh?
I am. They've done even better than worse. I think I'm 2-1 or 3-1 with them.
They've done you better than worse?
Yeah, that's not good English. And
Yeah.
it might be sus, but yeah, that's
Okay,
terrible.
I was just checking. Sorry.
We're moving on. It's a tough day for the English. We need Jordan. Maybe Jordan gives a calming presence. I don't know. Virginia Tech plus 5. It's at Virginia Tech versus Pitt. The line opened at +1. They were +1. Now they're +5. That makes me think the Vegas knows what's up. They thought it was going to be more of a pick'em game. At home, Virginia Tech will take it. If you see a line move like that,
that might be a good one because I don't think Virginia Tech wants to lose 2 home games in a row.
Absolutely not. And Pitt's nothing special. It's not like Pitt's some
They can score. Team. That's about it though.
They can score.
Virginia Tech's quarterback's been putting up some good numbers too.
They're no slumps. Oh, look, I didn't even know I had this. We have another one. UAB -16.
There we go.
UAB is rolling. Like I said they legit have a decent team. Don't give up a lot on defense. They should blow this team out of the water. I think they cover, even though it's away. 16's a lot, like you said. I just think they're a way better team. Bama versus Mississippi State. I have the over at 57.5. I think this is a big comeback game for Bama. I think their offense is going to be rolling. Mississippi State usually puts up points, except when we bet on them, apparently. But I think that, that doesn't happen twice. Over 57.5. I think that's a high scoring game.
Wait, who are the teams there?
That is Bama and Mississippi State.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So it's the over 57.5.
I got a feeling if you don't hit that, I got a feeling next pod you're gonna have some words for Leach.
Oh, he'll be on the shit list if I don't, and it's their fault. Yeah, 100%. Because they can't play conservative against Alabama. You can't. They have to be gunslinger.
Yeah, you won't win.
Just play the way he's always played. Just do your normal thing, Leach.
Tell him.
We'll see. I won't get mad at it until it happens. Tennessee money line +115. Tennessee looks good right now. They're a different team than they've been. Shout out Jake Pogue. I'm sure he's going to be going nuts for this game. They are playing Ole Miss. It's at Tennessee. Tennessee's buzzing. I like the money line. Home. They put up a ton of points last game in the first half. I think they put up 35. Big win.
South Carolina.
Decent team. They're rolling. Tennessee, when that football team is doing well, the fans are nuts. They go crazy there. I love them at home. I don't know if they're going to win the game, but I have to go money line. I like the odds. Why not? Let's go. Go Volunteers. I'm excited for that one. That's going to be a fun one to watch. That one's at 4:30.
You just don't trust Kiffin and Corral, huh?
I don't at all. They really let me down against Alabama. They look terrible. Tennessee's offense is going. So we'll see. They got a good quarterback, that grad transfer. So happy with that. I have Washington State +105 against Stanford. This is one we talked about actually before as well. Wazoo, huge win last week. They've actually looked pretty good the past couple weeks. I've been kind of giving them shit. They've looked good. Stanford, since their win against Oregon, has not looked good. They did not look good last week at all against Arizona State. It's going to be close. Pac-12 is hard to guess right now. There's just teams are just kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
But I like Wazoo on the money line there. It's at Wazoo. Those fans are going to be drunk and rowdy, and especially now that they've won a couple games, people are going to be there ready to watch. So I like Wazoo at home at 4:30. This one, the one I hope you bet with me, I'm going to change my bet to a full unit. I love UCLA plus 2.5 at Washington. I love the money line. I didn't take it though, just because it's at Washington. Washington sucks. Take this from the Huskies fan. They suck. Jimmy Lake is not a good football coach. He's a great defensive backs coach. He is not a head coach. Their offensive coordinator has it's like what's his name has come back to the Seahawks, and he's taken over the spot with the Huskies, the guy last year we fired. And they just have no creativity. The quarterback's no good. Dylan Morris is no good. UCLA, they're up and down, as I'm sure you know. You've seen it happen.
Oh yeah.
They're better than Washington. Washington is not a good football team. They're led poorly, and they are going to lose this game. But because they're at home, I will take the points.
Don't force me to. I don't think Washington. I mean, UCLA's back end. They give up some big plays lately, and it's been tough to watch. I think their safeties suck or something, because all of a sudden they're just
doesn't matter. They're not going to throw. They're not going to complete passes.
That's what I'm thinking though. So I like it, but it's just going to be hard for me to actually commit to it.
It's tough. It's a tough one. That's a close game, but I mean, Washington is a favorite. They stink. I literally have in the notes, I will continue to bet against UW until they prove me wrong. I'm 2-0 betting against them this year. Last game, our boys, I bet them, I think every week, and I think we're 3-1. Louisiana Tech, LA Tech. I have them at -6.5 versus UTEP. LA Tech has an offense that moves the ball really well. They're away. UTEP's not a good team. LA Tech, they're not a great team, but they have a good offense. They can score. I think they handle this team, and I think they win by 10 or more. I like them at -6.5.
Like it.
That's my slate so far. We have some riders, so I'm excited about that.
La Tech.
Yeah, La Tech. Are you putting it? Are we riding?
Yep, I'll put it on the card.
Oh, let's go. The card. Love it.
I don't buy UTEP.
No, I don't buy them either. Good news. Florida, who has been leading all game, who I bet on, is now tied 4-4 with 1 minute left in the third period. Buffalo just won the game, so that bet's over.
It doesn't matter. We'll see this tomorrow.
Tough.
Should we get into NFL now?
Yes, let's get into NFL. I don't have a ton. Actually, that's not true. I do actually bet. I don't have them on the Action app yet, but I did bet them on my app. So let me pull that up here. You can go ahead and
all right. A couple early lines that I got. Baltimore -3. I like Baltimore in this spot against the Chargers. Chargers are coming off a big emotional win at home. They got to go to the East Coast. And the one thing the Chargers defense is not good at is stopping the run. What does Baltimore do? They run. Common thing with me. I like looking at the run game. I think Baltimore's going to win and cover there. Lamar Jackson is special this year. He might win MVP again with the pace he's on. With that being said, so is Justin Herbert, and Wentz was just tearing up Baltimore's defense. Baltimore's defense. So take that for what you will. Cleveland -2.5 at home. Arizona, they're not going undefeated. They're going to lose a game, and this is a great spot. They're going on the road to Cleveland. I don't know why it's not an early game, but it's an afternoon game. 1:05 start makes no sense. But Cleveland's going to win, and they got destroyed last week. Cleveland's defense though. And their stats have been really good up until that game. Bounce back game. It's a prove it game for Cleveland. They're 3-2 now. They come back home. They play the last undefeated team. And I really think they might smack them around. I don't think Arizona's got to lose. They're not undefeated type.
No, I agree.
So they're going to lose one game. I think it's going to be here. Two-way teaser, Buffalo down to just a half a point. So basically a pick 'em. Buffalo wins. And then I'm teasing Cleveland again across the line to +3.5. So I think both those teams win. Give me another teaser just in case. I don't think Arizona's going to blow out Cleveland. Last NFL one I have is, sorry, Geno Smith fans, Seattle under 19.5 points. Just an awful spot to have your first start of the year at Pittsburgh with Pittsburgh's defense and their D line. Good luck. Good luck having time to throw. I don't think they have a good enough run game. I really don't like what you guys do on offense in general.
No.
Yes, Geno Smith looked good. The Rams are playing basically prevent. If you watch the game, they weren't even pressuring the wide receivers. It's basically you got dink and dunk. You can have it. And then our corner just looked to the stars while DK Metcalf caught a touchdown.
I was going to say, it wasn't all dink and dunk. He went 98 yards on it. But yes, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, it wasn't like, he wasn't threading the needle though.
No. The receivers were open.
Yeah, they just hitting open guys. At Pittsburgh, don't like that at all for your Seahawks. It's a Sunday night game.
They're toast.
First start at Pittsburgh, great defensive line. I don't
Season's
think
over for the Seahawks.
I think the Seahawks might score 10 points. So Seattle under 19.5.
They might score 10 if they have Russ. That everyone in that offense at the coordinator.
You guys are just conservative.
Pete Carroll needs to go. Yeah, Pete Carroll needs to go. Pete Carroll needs to go. Yeah, I'll save my comments for later, but the season is done for the Seattle Seahawks.
Watch Geno go 3-0, 4-0 start.
No chance. No shot. Anyway, sorry. Keep going.
No, that's it, man. That was my last.
Oh, that's it. All
right. I will have more, but
Yeah.
Those are my early confident ones, and I'll be blogging today for everyone listening. I'll have a blog out Friday, so you'll get some more NFL bets Friday afternoon.
Perfect. All right, going into the weekend, we are going to have some going against each other here, buddy. I have a parlay with the Chargers money line and Cowboys money line. I like the Chargers a lot here. I think they look really good. Lamar Jackson is legit, but the Chargers offense is legit, and Baltimore's defense is getting shredded right now. Their only run game Baltimore really has is Lamar Jackson. The other running backs don't scare me. They're old. They're not bad. They've done okay. It's all Lamar. If only you would have had a half more rushing yard for me, that'd be great. So I like that parlay there. I have the Packers -4.5 against the Bears. I think the Bears are bad. I think Justin Fields isn't ready to lead a team. They're certainly not going to beat the Packers. I don't think they're ready to do that. I think the Packers win this game.
I can't figure out the Bears. I thought there was no way they'd win at Vegas. I think the Bears stink too. I kind of like that one.
Yeah, I think it's more I can't figure out Vegas. I think Vegas is the team that I can't figure out. The Bears, I don't think are very good.
Yeah, they got a lot going on now too, Vegas.
Yeah, Vegas also has no defense. The Packers have a better defense than Vegas does. I think they stuff Fields. I don't think he could throw the ball as well as he thought last week. I also have a single bet on the Chargers at +2.5. I took the spread. I just done a single bet in case, cover my bases. I have the Detroit Lions at +3.5. I think they get their first win this week, but I'm going to take the points just because they are the Detroit Lions. They've been shafted enough. They should have 2 wins under their belt. They really should. They've lost on field goals that are just ridiculous. So I'm taking the Detroit Lions. Maybe a backdoor cover, maybe a backdoor win.
Hey, they backdoored last week. I loved it.
They did. Detroit doesn't get. That's a team that they're coached well. Obviously, they don't give up. Good for them. Let's see. I think that might be all of my single bets. Of course, I have my moneyline parlay that I do every week. Moneyline parlay this week is the Packers, the Rams, Packers beating the Bears, the Rams beating the Giants, the Cowboys beating the Patriots, and the Chiefs beating the Washington football team. I think the question that needs to be asked is, are the Chiefs going to make the playoffs?
Yes.
I agree. I do agree. I don't think we're going to disagree there, but they're not in a playoff spot as it stands today. Obviously, it's very early. They haven't looked great.
I mean, their defense can't stop a cold. Patrick Mahomes is finally getting picked off. He had the most drop picks in the league the last 2 years.
Yeah.
People are finally catching him. I think I said this last week too. But yeah, he's throwing picks now, and they don't even have deep passing. They don't have deep throwing. It's weird. He's got the best arm in the league.
Yeah.
And they can barely throw deep this year.
It's because, you know what the reason is? They figured out how they just send someone way back on Tyrek Hill. He's still going to burn you a couple times, but they don't have a Mike Williams. They don't have a DK Metcalf. They don't have a big, tall receiver that goes up and gets it. They have Kelsey, but he's not a burner that's going to get down the field and then go one-on-one and jump. You're going to hit him for 15 yards, right? And he's going to break some tackles. Everyone else, Hardman, very fast, but not a go-getter. Tyrek Hill, obviously one of the best receivers in the league. You're never throwing him a jump ball. Who else is there? Pringle, fast. Everyone is super fast on that team. They do not have a guy that goes up and stretches the field that can, he's 6'4", 6'5", and fast that can go catch the football. Even like a Tyler Boyd type, they just don't have anyone like that. Mike Evans, all these teams have a tall guy that can go get it. Even if they're not a stud, they have that option. Kansas City does not have that option. I think that's going to cause them problems. I think they should make a trade. Then their defense is going to cause them issues. That being said, they have probably the best quarterback in the entire league. They got one of the most potent offenses in the entire league, even without that, although Hilaire's out now. But I do think they're a playoff team. I think they probably right the ship. Andy Reid is a legitimately good coach.
Yeah, I can't, you can't go quarterback's too good, coach is too good. They still have Tyrek Hill. You still have Travis Kelce. They'll figure out the defense somehow. They'll make it in. I don't see them missing. I mean, and it's a longer season. They get one extra game. They'll win that extra game.
I agree. That's it for our picks. I just want to make a quick note. NHL season is back. Obviously, I'm a Canucks fan. We've started doing blogs. So if you're a hockey fan at all, listen to this. We'd love to get to this thing going in Canada. I guess a couple buddies that listen in, but check it out. Right about the Canucks. Tough game last night to start the season, although they're down 2-0, come back and send her into the shootout, which we lost, which is just a toss-up. Good fight against the Oilers, but wrote the season preview blog. Playoff team. I'm saying it till we're done. Playoff team. So check out all of our blogs. We got a bunch of them posted already. They're just going to keep coming fast and furious. Jordan's he'll probably have some starting next week. I know, like we said, he's away. But check out the blogs. I will probably try and get one up this weekend for Football Sunday as well.
Yep, I'll have one tomorrow afternoon for Sunday's games. It's one of my best sports this year, 56%, 31-24 in the NFL. So look out for that. Awesome.
Any other notes we want to kind of wrap up here before we call it an episode?
Good luck to you, Ben. I hope my record versus you changes. What are the two we're going against?
We have the Chargers. We're going against each other.
Oh, and then the over and the
over under in the Miami, South Carolina game. Or North Carolina game.
Excuse me. Good luck to me, not you.
Yes. Yeah.
I need that.
We do have a lot of riders this weekend too. So we will be tweeting those out with our graphics at Lock Talk Sports.
If you want to see late ads or live picks again,
action
for the 8,000th time.
We'll say it every episode. Yeah. _Caldwell, Sterling _Summers, Jordan _Wittenberg on action. And just get the app. Even if you don't follow us, whatever, that's fine. Get the app. It's a great app to track your bets. Like that thing's awesome. Great. It shows me how bad I'm doing over the last couple of weeks, which is great because then I know I need to start betting a little bit less money. Otherwise, I'm in trouble. Just kidding. But big week coming up for me and you. This is just part of the end. Big week. Sterling will be here. We're going to the gun, Machine Gun Kelly. So it will probably. I would love to be able to somehow find a way to like live stream us during a game or something at some point, just to watch us like bet a lot of money on a game, and then we will. You are here. The Yotes. Ooh, they will be here. They are so bad, but
whoever they're playing, we're going against.
I like it. Yeah, I like that a lot. Also, the Saturday you're here, the Kraken first game at home versus the Canucks. The Saturday you're here. Maybe we'll bet them. Maybe I'll hammer the Canucks in that one too. Terrible idea because they're coming off of. They got screwed. The NHL set them up to lose. By the way,
we'll set up a couple screens while the Friday night game for football next week. We will be going. Well, maybe set up a live stream.
And we'll be here Saturday too. We better be careful with the live stream because something tells me there might be some drinks that start flowing first. Game,
never.
So. That never happens when we're in town.
No.
Big weekend coming up, so stay tuned. We'll probably be pumping content because we're going to be together. So should be in for a good time.
Let's do it. Let's do
it. Big weekend. Let's have a better weekend. Let's do better. Let's win some money and have our teams win some games. And I don't know anything. Any final notes from you there, Summers?
Nope. Back to trivia next weekend and my GOAT. So tune in and possible guest appearance with a new betting model that you might want to see. So
I would expect guests for the next couple of weeks. We have some people lined up who want to come on. So we will get them on. We will get you on. And if you do want to come on and haven't told us, send us a DM, send us a text, whatever. Let's do it. That's it. Episode 4, first episode officially as Lock Talk. Episode 4 of rebrand, the restart. Let's do it. Let's have a good weekend. Let's ride. Like I said, follow us at Lock Talk Sports on Twitter and at locktalksports.com for all the blogs. Thanks, guys, so much. Appreciate the support, and we will see you next week.
Adios.